I have figured out. The video by Dash Glitch, and he shows how you can basically use white noise and then just throw that into a comb filter to create more or less realistic strings, well, string sounds. And I've decided that I wanted to take that a little bit further than he did, and alas, I have figured out something that's mildly smart. This is more or less just a recreation of what he shows in his video, except I've decided to turn this LFO1 with this little weird thing. I just set this to the key track, and that just makes it sound slightly more like wood. It probably sounds the exact same as it would in his tutorial, but once you get down to the low notes, you can hear a little fluttering in there. And that's just down to this LFO running slower at lower keys. And this is something you actually see with normal string instruments, and you can definitely hear it in bass. Like if you play a really low note with your bow, you can kind of hear the string sort of snagging on the bow a little bit, and it gives you this weird crunchy almost texture, and that's what I'm trying to emulate with it. Another thing that I figured, well, I didn't really figure this out, it's just kind of common sense, I guess. If you also just add a little convolution reverb on here and get something that's a body of wood, basically, an impulse response of a body of wood. I didn't find one, so I just went into the depths of my sound effects folder and I got this sound effect, but only that part. And I just trimmed that out in reverb like this. You get something that sounds kinda like an actual bass. At least I think so, having not listened to a bass in a while. Actually, you might be able to shorten this down even further. What? I'm really just interested in like the transient in this sound, not so much what comes after it, because if you listen to this, there's some room noise in there that we don't necessarily want. That's just two little things I have to add to this, like and favorite.